Hello and good evening, everyone. We are back in Spare Room Studio tonight for a special presentation, a brand new series that we're going to be starting here, Mario Kart Through the Years. I myself being a very big fan of Mario Kart games, ever since I first started playing Mario Kart on the second installment in the series, Mario Kart for the Nintendo 64, I've really fallen in love with the franchise. Loved all the games, I've played all of them. I own all of them in one way, shape, or form, and I figured, hey, why not do a series on this since we just finished up our last series on the original Modern Warfare trilogy? Why not do one on Mario Kart, another great franchise in the Nintendo family here? So, maybe a little bit about Mario Kart and a little bit more, particularly about the game that we're going to be playing here today, Super Mario Kart. So, rewind all the way back to 1992. Before we had all sorts of HD graphics, really fancy, high-definition polygons. This is back in the age of more of blocky graphics. And so three-dimensional graphics were still out in time, just barely out of reach. And so you have the Super Nintendo, which was competing in the 16-bit console era. And its new technology at the time was revolutionary, this idea of something called Mode 7. And Mode 7 is a technical term for how the computer, in this case the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES as it would come to be called, basically draws lines like this, as if you were to draw it on a two-dimensional plane, to depict a road. Basically making on your X and Y 2D horizontal axis, making the Y-axis the depth. So providing that kind of depth of field as if you were to look off at the horizon, you can see the narrow lines converge upon each other. So Mode 7 really helped kind of spawn this idea of platform racers as we know it today. And this concept was used in Mario Kart Super Circuit, but it applied to multiple racing games thereafter, not only for the Super Nintendo, but for also new racing games that were to come. And so this idea of simulated 3D graphics was revolutionary for the time, and really gave Mario one of his first encounters in a three-dimensional world. Now, the character models in this game are not three-dimensional. In fact, they wouldn't be three-dimensional until much, much later. It wouldn't be until a Nintendo GameCube rolled around that they would actually have truly three-dimensional character models. What the Super Nintendo and subsequent Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Advance used, they used sprites. And so in the Super Mario Kart version, you've got each character represented by 16 unique sprites. So as you see in the game, when you see the characters rotate, they're a little choppy, if you will. And that's because you see each of those sprites loading, one in succession, to give the illusion of a rotating three-dimensional character model. So, Super Nintendo, very interesting game, spawned an incredible series. We are going to play each and every one of the Mario Kart games on as close to original hardware as possible. Unfortunately, I don't own a Super Nintendo. I've played the game before, but I don't own it. So I do have a Nintendo Switch, so we are going to effectively start and end in the same place here on the Nintendo Switch. You can see our future Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is where we'll wrap up the series, but we will go through each Mario Kart game, starting with Super Mario Kart, and playing on as original of hardware as possible. For those of you who have seen my channel before and know that I like retro gaming, I try to play on as original hardware as possible. Not that I have anything against the emulator community, as long as it's done as ethically and as legally as possible. In fact, for some of our Nintendo DS games, we are going to have to use an emulator because I can't find a Katsukity modded 3DS in order to actually output the video from the 3DS. So we'll get to that in a future episode. But for tonight, let's focus on Super Mario Kart. I've done plenty of talking. Let's let the game show you what it's got. So, 1992 calls. It's Super Mario Kart. On a Switch, anyway. You can already tell, it's a little blocky. But that's okay. We like it anyway. Super Mario Kart, 1992 Nintendo. Boy, oh boy, have we come a long way in graphics. I mean, 16-bit computers, look at this. I mean, this was cutting edge for the early 90s. This was very impressive. From a color, you can see those sprites there as Mario's twirling in circles. This was impressive stuff. No doubt about it. You can get a little bit of an idea here as it plays through the introduction of just how revolutionary this was. No one had seen anything really like this up to this point. Most of the games were flat, two-dimensional worlds with very little even illusion of 3 dimensions. So, as you're watching this play here right now, you can notice that in the background, there's kind of a horizontal line where you see the mountains and the trees shift back and forth, but they never get closer or farther to you. We'll show you a little bit here as we get to play. I'll point that out again. But notice there's a horizontal line that runs across what I'll call the base of the game, which is that mode 7 modes representing the 7 modes toward the horizon. And that horizon line, everything above that is relatively fixed, but moves back and forth on a sliding scale. Everything below that gets scaled according to where the player's character is in relation to the rest of the world. So, very, very cool technology for the time. So, Super Mario Kart, much like the other games in the franchise that would follow it, have different classes. 50cc, 100cc. I am not very good, so I don't have 150cc, but what I can do here is... Whoops, hang on. Let me load my save state. That would be helpful. There we are. Not that it really matters. But you've got a Mario Kart Grand Prix or time trial. I'm playing Mario Kart Grand Prix, 50cc, 100cc, 150cc. Those were the 3 classes that you'd get, so lots of fun. I'm going to play 50cc because I am absolutely horrible at this game, but we're going to go with it. So, 1-player game, Mario Grand Prix, 50cc. Yep. I'm going to play as Mario, of course, so let's play Mario. You can kind of see that sprite as you see Mario rotating there. It's a little choppy as he rotates through those 16 different sprites depicting Mario's person. Alright, I've played the first 2, so I'll play them again here, why not? And we'll finish with the Star Cup race. So, Mushroom Cup race, nice little mushrooms racing around the border there. Same thing if you change to Flower or Star Cup. Always forget, you have to press B in this game in order to advance. It's not A, as you normally would expect. Alright. So pay attention to that horizon. As you can see, as I move the cart back and forth, all of the trees and the hills in the background don't really seem to move very much. Ah! I told you. I am absolutely terrible at this game. Although I am somehow in second place. This is 50cc's after all. Ah! Kind of have to grip this controller very strange. I'm playing on a Nintendo Switch GameCube controller. It's wireless. And so you kind of have to claw the game a little bit in order to hit all the buttons, because B is go and A is fire your weapon, so it's kind of an awkward control layout. Not terrible, but I can tell you we've come a long way in terms of controller ergonomics. You can actually, for the most part, play this game one-handed. Start to lap some... Ooh, someone took a shot at me. Oh! Oh, someone's throwing stuff at me. There we go, first place. How about that? So, as I mentioned, you can see that in the horizon back there. Notice that the trees and then the hills, there's a horizontal line below them. Anything below moves and scales. Anything above slides to the left and right, and that's all it does. Mode 7 was revolutionary. Alright, Mushroom Cup round 1, we've got first place. So, as is with some of the other early Mario Kart games, placing first through fourth allows you to advance to the next stage. If you lose a life and then need to retry. So first place gives you 9 points, second 6, third 3, and fourth place a measly 1 point. Let's try not to get 1 point, shall we? Alright, Round 2, here we go. And try to stay on the course this time. No guarantees. So, veteran Mario Kart players of newer series will also notice the items in the game. Many of the items have been pretty much faithfully recreated in the subsequent versions of Mario Kart. So items like the banana peel have all made their way back. The mushroom, green shells, red shells, those are all back. So I've got, oh, there's a banana peel that I hit. Ah! There's a green shell and a red shell. Got that one. Banana peels stay on the course, and green shells bounce around like they do in subsequent games. One interesting item of note here is the coins. Now, for those of you who play Mario Kart 8, you're going to recognize the coins because they function very much like they do in Mario Kart 8. The original intent of coins was the more you collected, the relatively faster your kart went, and the more points you would earn for a victory. So the faster your kart would go, obviously the faster you can complete the course. But also there's a mechanic where if you don't have any points, or rather, any time that you collide with a racer, just like I collided with Koopa back there, you lose coins. And if you don't have any more coins to lose, you'll spin out. So this was a utility that really wasn't brought forward into the successor to this game, Mario Kart for the N64, but rather it was brought back again as part of Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. So that mechanic found its way back there, and it still survives to this day, appearing in Mario Kart 8 as well. I'll throw that and hit Bowser. Bye, Bowser. Oh, I am spinning out. Need to get back on. There we go. First place. Very nice. But you can tell how flat and two-dimensional the graphics are in this game, and that was just a limitation of the Super Nintendo at that time. Really couldn't pump out true, full three-dimensional graphics. But really, for this point in time, 1992, it's a fun game. And it's still held up to this day. In fact, the Super Nintendo was manufactured until the year 2000 in Japan. So well beyond its limit. To give you an idea, the GameCube debuted in 2001. So the Super Nintendo, a relic from the early 90s, nearly survived the entire decade, and even in some ways survived through its predecessor, in spite of its predecessor, or I'm sorry, its successor, the Nintendo 64, and became a game that lasted, or a system that lasted nearly a decade. And with the impressive library that the Super Nintendo has, it's no surprise that it lasted that long. Now here's an item that hasn't survived into subsequent Mario Kart generations. The idea of the feather. So that just gave me the ability there to take a quick little shortcut, which was nice. But you don't see that. Now I'm going to bounce into Koopa and lose a couple coins. But the idea of the feather here, because again, the world is mostly two-dimensional, they put in some potential shortcuts there you can get by making a quick hop, skip, and a jump. Whoop! Now again, for those of you who play the Mario latest edition on Mario Kart 8, you may notice a very similar course to this. In fact, we're going to play the exact carbon copy in a later cup, but these Boo boardwalks, if you will, all contain a very similar element. Our spooky specters hover in the background, trying to distract the player, and then there's a few shortcuts on the board as well to attempt to improve your time. Not a bad time for me, too. Minute 23, not too shabby. I love those ghosts in the background. They're so cool. I also like how Nintendo started to throw in some secret hints, like, hey, push B! I don't know what to do on this menu. What should I do? Read the background. Push B. Alright, we'll get our points. 27, not too bad so far. Alright, a Bowser's Castle. These ones are tough. Alright. Oh, gotta watch out for the womps there. On the first lap, not so much because I can outrun them, but on the second lap, you know those guys are going to be trouble. They definitely give me trouble. Now, one of the utilities in Super Mario Kart that has survived the test of time is the concept of sliding. So, in Super Mario Kart, you can use that to help corner or make some of these tight corners, as I'm going to do there, the jump and slide technique. Helps you slide while maintaining your speed. It would help if I didn't launch myself into the lava, now wouldn't it? Ah! Two-dimensional womps. Is it a womp or a thwomp? I can't quite remember. Now, another interesting area of Mario Kart, as you can see here, by pressing the X button on my controller, I can swap between a full view of the pack as well as a more limited view in my rearview mirrors. As you can see Koopa trailing behind me now, so I've lapped him. I can switch that back to the full pack view. This concept of switching between different views of the racing pack would be revived in the Nintendo 64 version of the game. They would eventually include a mini-map rather than fully rendering all of the character sprites on a secondary screen down below. Very interestingly enough, though, on the Nintendo DS versions of the games, this same concept of showing a kind of a dual-screen approach to things continued. So for 1992, Nintendo was sure ahead of its time in this concept of a dual-screen idea where you race on the top and view the rest of the field down below. So, very interesting game. Different concepts that Nintendo would lend to future Mario Kart installments. Alright, we've got our... almost have our victory here. Round 5, here we go. You can also see the number of carts that I have in the bottom right-hand corner. That's effectively my number of lives. You may have noticed that it is increased from 3 to 4. That's because I placed in the same position in 3 consecutive races, so you get an extra life for doing so. Get out of my way, DK Jr. Speaking of DK Jr., this is the first and only Mario Kart game that Donkey Kong Jr. makes an appearance. He would be replaced by full-fledged Donkey Kong in the Nintendo 64 version of the game. Koopa Troopa would also be replaced in the Mario Kart 64 version of the game. He would not reappear until much, much later in terms of getting back into console games. Oop, that's a pipe. Koopa Troopa would be replaced by Wario in the N64 version of the game. I'm going to leave that for DK Jr. See if he slips. He just got mad at me. Woo! I love that jump. Although it is a dangerous jump, because if you miss that, you're starting... basically, you lose half a lap. Oh, that was a good... that was a well-placed banana. Whee! Over the jump. And into first place. Catching up to Mr. Koopa. Jeez, DK Jr.? No one hit my banana peel, huh? Okay. I must not have found it very appealing. Oop! I'm gonna bounce into Bowser there a little bit. Bowser's in last place. Interestingly enough, or I guess second to last place, I already lapped Koopa Troopa. Interestingly enough, on these games, Mario Kart, all of the racers are predetermined in this. So depending on what character you pick, will determine which characters are going to be in second, third, fourth, etc. So in this game, I'm usually Mario, so DK Jr. and Peach are typically the contenders for first and second place. Alright. I think that gives us enough points for the win. And there's the blooper that gives me my coin. Now, Mario here is actually... I mean, they don't say this, but he hits the blooper with a champagne cork. Little questionable, considering that this game was targeted more towards children, that Mario would have an alcoholic drink. But the Entertainment Software Ratings Board didn't exist yet, so no one could really say that this was not an E-rated game with Mario having a champagne bottle there, sloshing it around on the winner's stand. Alright. Let's go try another class here. Or another race. Well, 50cc will do. Play Mario. Let's try that Flower Cup race, shall we? Now, in-game, the individual races here, when you're playing the Grand Prix, they do not actually have names to them, but they do have names. I just don't know all of them quite that well. Whoa. Bounced around. Gave me a couple coins. There's DK Jr. We're going to pass him, grab an item. As you can see, the item boxes are very flat in this game. No three-dimensional item boxes. Those would not come until the Nintendo 64 version. Ah, I thought I had him. And there's only one set of items. You get them right there in the very beginning, and that's pretty much it. And most of the races would follow suit with that. There's a few where you can find some hidden item boxes, but for the most part, those are all the items that you find, or just that one set. Not a ton of items, so it really does come down to more of your racing ability. Newer Mario Kart games have a heavy reliance on items where things like that spiky blue shell can mean the difference between first and last very, very quickly. Got a mushroom. Oh. Ah! I'm hitting a wall. Hit the jump. I think I'm gonna make it. There we go. First place. Not too shabby. All right. This one you might recognize from Mario Kart 8. It actually came from the Super Nintendo. One of the original courses. It is one of my least favorite courses in Mario Kart 8 and in this game, mainly because it is very tricky, very technical, lots of tight turns, and if you notice, pieces of the boardwalk are actually missing. And that happens a lot, at least to me. Ooh, I got a star. Go. I love the music. Oh. Alright, so we'll collect some coins. The other piece that's very interesting about this boardwalk is that the edges of the boardwalk, while solid, don't always stay solid. So if you bump into them, they actually create a hole. You can see this. It's a lot easier to see it in the Nintendo Switch version of the game, but if I bounced into that wall right there, you can actually see that the edge gives way, and if I were to go out that edge again, I would actually fall straight through it. Uh-oh. One lap to go. I'm getting close. Ooh, I got an item box here. That's good. I'm going to need to use that mushroom. Oh, it wouldn't be close. Zoom ahead. There we go. Fortunately, you don't get a lot of items, so when you get a mushroom like that, you got to take advantage of it. As you can tell from these races, they're actually rather short. Only a minute and a half to complete the entire race. All right. Round 3, here we go. Oh, Gophers! That's right, Monty Mole makes his appearance here in Super Mario Kart. I don't know who gave that mole the idea to make a whole bunch of holes on a racetrack. That's not slightly inconvenient. Oh, I don't like these rocks. Those are dangerous. Oh, of course I'm gonna hit that. Nope, don't hit the mole! Oh, bad traction. Right. My item. Avoid the moles. Best of my ability, avoid the moles. Pick up a coin. Let's try to stay on the course. Don't run into walls. Usually the computer is very, very good at throwing banana peels. Oh, more moles. Get out of here, Monty. Alright, let's see if we can finish this one up. We got a couple coins. One last lap. Here we go. Let's see what I get. A banana. Leave that behind for Donkey Kong Jr. to run over. There's Bowser. Can we pass him? Get out of my way, Bowser. Leave him in the dust. Oh, that was a good throw. Not gonna go for it, though. First place. Here we go. Not bad. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. All right, 27 points. Here we go. Round 4. All right, this track is very interesting in that there are actually multiple ways to go about it. Oh, get around him. Ah! That's not good. Oh! Alright, here we go. Let's pick up some coins. Pick up an item. Nope! Really? Perhaps use this feather to our advantage to hop, skip, and jump over some walls. There we go. Kind of create a nice little shortcut for us there. Oh, get around you. Alright, we're still good. Donkey Kong's hot on our tail. Go get a couple more coins. We need them. Uh-oh. I'm a little cart. I'm a little cart. Man, that lasts a long time. Not anticipating that. Leave that back there for Donkey Kong, who I think may have taken the bait. Okay, watch out for the Koopa shell. Navigate that. Alright, home stretch, I think we're good. Nobody behind us. 1 lap to go. Can we hold it? We got 21 coins. We got a good head of steam. Trying to drive straight is sometimes more challenging than it looks. Nobody behind us. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Easy. Easy, easy. That's not too bad. Alright, here we go. Last race. It's trying to fall off. This round. Oh, I missed the boost. Oh! Hit the oil slick. I'll take over DK Jr. there. Get him with that green Koopa shell. Oh no! I'm short again. Oh boy. I just want to know how they get so good with those item throws. Like, really good. We're going to throw that at Donkey Kong and hit him. Whoa. There it goes. Now it got him. Alright. Green shell. We got a little bit. Someone's throwing an item back at me. Yep. Don't hit that again. Need another one of those. Tight corner. Go around. Alright. Get a new item. Whoop, there's a green shell careening out. Oil slick, avoid that. I'm not gonna hit the boost, but I don't need it. And there we go. Not bad. Alright, that should give us the win. Alright, we'll pick Mario again. And let's do the last one. I haven't done this one yet, the Star Cup race. Oh, this looks challenging. There's a lot of water on this. Gotta hop through the water. Love the music, though. Oh, I guess I want to hit those jumps. That would have been helpful. Let's grab an item. That back behind me. Whoa. Falling off. Oh, we can use that boost to get across some water a little more quickly. Like that. Let's grab an item. Oh, that's a mini mushroom. I don't need that. Thank you kindly. Watch out for the blooper. One more item. Hey, there we go. First place. All right. Not bad. All right, round 2. Here we go. Oh, this is a terrible idea. I should not have gone all the way out there. Grab a couple coins here. Maybe a coin. Oh, we're doing it again. Not the best idea in the world. Hey, but we're still in first place, right? Can't all be bad. Pick up a couple coins. Right, let's try... Oh no, there ain't an easy way around this. Jeez. Banana throwing is relentless. Oh, there's Toad. Oh, we got a boost. That's gonna help coming up here. Go. Get through that muck and mire a little bit easier. Oh! Oh no. I lost my lead. Oh, but we got a mushroom. I think we can make up for some lost time here. Accelerate through that. Round the bend, and we should have it. First place. Mario's going to take the checkered flag on that one. All right. Minute 44, not bad. This looks a little crazy. Nope. Oh, wow, that is not confusing at all. Oh, that looks like an ice pick. Oh. Man, there are just a lot of things designed to slow you down on this track. I've never played this one, just as an FYI. Oh, oh. Ah! Banana peels everywhere. This was not my ideal track. I need something to hit DK with, and I just squandered my chance at an item. Okay, get around that. That's that ice field right there that's hurting me. Alright, we can catch up to him on this straightaway here. Nice banana throw, as per usual. Get out of the way, Toad. Alright, final lap. Here we go. See if we can survive this here. I'm going to save that red shell in the event of an emergency. I think I'm going to need it. Managed to get first. This is part of the difficulty of this game, is without the three-dimensional graphics, it's really hard to tell what is just an aesthetic on the ground versus what is an actual hard barrier that you can't go through. Makes the game a little bit more challenging. Alright. Another Bowser's Castle. Alright, here we go. Around those guys. Whoa, that's a lot of you. Ooh, we can make our own little shortcut there. Or rather, avoid falling into the fire pit. Pick up an item. Ooh, another feather. Awesome. Use that to help jump out of the way. If someone would stop throwing things at me. Seriously, DK Jr., it's getting old, buddy. There we go. Let's cut the edge there. Ooh, just made it through that one. Careful, those things will hurt you. Alright, let's try not to fall in the lava. Up. Or hit that thing. One of the two. Ooh, another feather. That's going to come in handy here. Shave a little time off that one. Oh, man. He is good at throwing banana peels. Alright, around the bend we go. Mushroom. Oh, don't get run over by those things. Bowser off in the distance. Save this for a nice straightaway. Final lap. Oh, if I cannot fall into the corner there. That's the worst thing in this game, is hitting a corner. Alright. So what do I get? Coins? I'll take them. Thank you kindly. Oh, come on. Let me through. Oh. Gonna be close with DK Jr. Right behind me. Get around, and I think we got him licked. There we go. I like that map. That is probably the most fun on a map I've had. With all the different jumps, items you can get. That to me feels like, I don't know, like a newer Mario Kart. Like something you'd expect to see in like, you know, the N64 or later type versions where you get a little bit more of that. Hey, this is a real world with jumps and items, and comes into play a bit more. That's just me, though. Alright, 36 points. We got one more race left in this round here. Final lap. Or final race, I should say. Alright. Out for the warp pipes. Stick an item behind me there. Drift around that corner. I think we're doing alright. Alright. Watch the warp pipes. Just about 30 seconds there for a lap. That item up. Watch out for random shells. I will say, even compared with newer Mario Kart games, the AI just love to throw items right at the just wrong time to hit you. Like that. Like, how did you know I was going there? Oh. Man. Alright, DK Jr. You get a little ahead of me and you're getting a taste of red shell. We're best to avoid those. I'm actually getting the hang of drifting a little bit more in this game. I tried playing Mario Kart Super Circuit, which is the kind of spiritual successor, if you will, to this game. Playing in much the same two-dimensional Mode 7-ish environment. I could not get to drifting in that game. I just had to hop around corners because I could not, for the life of me, figure out how the drifting works. And I'm still not perfect. I'm gonna hit DK Jr. with that item. Why not? Alright, last lap. Here we go. Excuse me, Bowser. Oh. He had a red shell behind him. That could have been bad. Hold on to this green shell. Ah! A little wide on that turn. Fire that one backwards, and we are all set. First place. Poor Bowser, he didn't even get a chance to finish. Alright. And that should give us the W. Thank you, Blooper. Mario being careless with that champagne cork again. Let's see. Got all the characters and all the races, so actually, let us go back. Do this. We're going to overwrite that data, save our game. Try this again. Go back to the main menu. Let's try... Alright. Let's see. Can I... I guess you can't go backwards. Let's see if we can just quit out of here. Give up, yes. Alright, let's go back to the end. Mario disappears in a puff. Let's try Grand Prix, but at the 100cc class. Ooh, the Special Cup. Now, we could try for that one. Let's give it a go. Alright, this one should be a little bit more challenging, because everyone should be going a bit faster, and they should be a bit better. I have a feeling that means I am not going to win all these races. I can already tell DK Jr. is well in advance of me in the first lap, and I am struggling to keep up at third place. Be much more item dependent, which isn't going to help me much because there are not a lot of items. Get some coins. Oh, there he is, throwing that banana peel in front of me again. There's some good items we picked up. A couple more. More coins. Avoid that. Last lap, here we go. Pick up those coins. Another item coming in. Woo! Alright, even at 100cc. Not by nearly the margin of victory, but still pretty good. Not bad. Mario coming out of the basement. Back in first. Oh, we got a mushroom. We can use that to our advantage here. Actually, a shortcut back there you can take. I'm going to use it for when I inevitably go off the road. I should have used it right then, but I didn't. There we go. Zoom up. Alright, drop a banana peel off. Far so good. Leave that behind for somebody. I kind of wish, like they did in the later Mario Kart games, where your character would give a little vocalization if you hit somebody with an item. Mario would say something like, "Yeah!" Apparently no one is going after my banana peels, and it makes me a bit concerned about the next lap. There's DK Jr. throwing a spectacular banana throw. Alright, final lap. Either someone was up, someone was hitting my stay on the road. Oh, Peach is right behind me. Oh no. Oh, keep going. Whew. Alright. Just beat out Peach. Peach actually supplants DK Jr. as the number 2 racer there. Alright. Not my favorite map. Let's grab those coins. I'll leave that behind for unsuspecting victim. No, we can't make that jump. Man. You guys are really good at throwing items. Like, unhumanly good. Alright, 4th lap, we're doing okay. Bounce that shell off my backside. Oh. DK Jr. Oh, wow, he jumped over his own banana peel. What a pro move. Final lap. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to bounce. Oh, no. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Oof, at the very end. Ouch. 3rd place. Oof. That hurt a bit. Alright, Princess Peach, or Princess as she goes by in this game, helped me out a little bit by knocking DK Jr. out of first that last round. shoot that behind me. We played that race last time pretty well. For one of the Boo boardwalks. Those are not my favorite. Kind of careening around back there. I gotta straighten those lines out. Here we go. Bouncing around. Pick up a bunch of coins. We already got 14, which is great. Helping us keep our lead, even as we take these corners perhaps a little slow. Good news is we haven't run into anybody yet. Ooh, almost got that one to turn all the way around there with the drift. Avoid any obstacles there. DK Jr. is right on my tail, though. Uh-oh. Not good. That feather does afford me an advantage here. May use that to try to cut a little bit off there. Final lap, here we go. Boost. Get the coins. DK's right behind me. I think we got enough to beat him. There we go. Just barely. Not by a lot. They had a 22-second lap. That was pretty good. All right. We're going to hold on to the lead for now at 30 points. Final race. Here we go. Drop one off there. Like this little jump. Whee! All right, over the hedge we go. Jeez, that is a lot of banana peels. Don't forget your potassium, kids. Have a banana peel. Peach hot on my tail. Princess Peach. Oh, and I just got miniaturized. Take red shell. Still have DK Jr. to contend with. There we go. Oh, that slip cost me dearly there. That was 3 positions. Take a little bit of a shortcut there. All right. Final lap. I think we've got a bigger engine than DK Jr. Yes, we do. Got 1 weapon left. Red shell, in emergency use only. Pick up a couple coins. Avoid the banana peel. Woo! He made that close. He was coming for me on that one. Aside from that 1 third-place finish, not a bad race. All right, numero uno. Poor Blooper gets hit by a champagne cork again, and off he flies. All right. Let's try that 100cc class, and let's do the next one. We'll play as Mario. Flower Cup race. Let's do it. Oh, hung up on the wall. Missed my shot. Now that's gonna careen all over the place. Up! And eventually spin me out. Ow. Done in by my own shell. Not a great way to start off this race in 8th place. Thankfully, these courses are a little bit longer at 5 laps each. Alright, let's take out Koopa there. Bring this back. Whoa! Hit that slick spot there. Bowser laying traps. There's a mushroom. I could use that. Alright, we're catching up. Oh, there's a star. And a fireball! Don't hit that. Okay, we're back in 3rd. Another mushroom. That'll help us. Watch out for the fireball. Alright, back in 1st place. Here we go. Take the coins. Thank you kindly. Again, avoid that fireball because that thing's been sitting there all race, and make it into 1st. Disaster avoided, despite the horrifyingly terrible start at 24 seconds. We're able to make up for it in the subsequent 4 laps. Alright, Mario with 9 points. Shoots to the top of the leaderboard. Another ghost map. Boo, I don't like your boardwalks. They kind of scare me. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Around these corners we go with ghosts looking on while laughing. Ooh, hit that jump. Although this version of the map makes me appreciate the Nintendo Switch version in Mario Kart 8 a lot more because it's a lot easier. Woo! Hit the jump. Not sure that actually helped me or hurt me. This DK Jr. is right back there to come after me, although I think he hit something. He spun out. Oh, although he's going to get me. I need that boost. Thank you. Lap 4, still in 1st. Coins, I will take those. Thank you. Not a lot of coins left on the map in places that I want to get them. Not going to get the item, but I'm going to maintain 1st place. Alright, 1 shell. My only offensive weapon for the rest of the game. DK has been... Oh! Where did... Yoshi? Oh! No, no. That could be disaster. I don't think I got enough to beat him. Eesh. Rough outing. That last lap killed me. If I could have shaved 5 seconds off, I would have been in much better shape. +1. Mario slides down into 2nd place on the leaderboard. Alright, we still got 2 more races to make this up, though. Round 3. Actually, we have 3 more, I think. That was only 1. We can come back from that. Bye, Yoshi. Hi, Monty Mole. Alright, get around a bend. Oh, nope. Can't cut that corner. Ow, ow. Yoshi, you're killing me. Alright, let's shoot that at DK Jr. I'll trip him up for a spell. Alright. You're in 1st, but can we maintain that? I think there's a banana peel coming my way. Oh no, that's a Yoshi egg. I haven't seen Yoshi this close to the front of the leaderboard in a while. I haven't seen his items. He's going to shoot eggs at me. I'm going to leave a banana back there. And hit DK Jr. Collect as many of these coins as I can. Lap 4. Lost a whole bunch in the beginning. Yoshi continues to throw eggs at me. I think there's a banana peel. Yep, there it is. Thanks to Donkey Kong Jr. I don't appreciate it. Again, I don't appreciate it. The fact that you have this many banana peels is a little ridiculous. Like, seriously, how many of these things are you eating? Tryptophan alone would be enough. Oh, now he's gonna hit me. Alright, once I come around this corner, I gotta use the boost. There we go. Perfect. First place. Survived a close encounter there. Mario not quite back in first, but right on the heels of Donkey Kong Jr. Another Bowser's Castle coming up. Alright, remember, we can take multiple paths through this course. Alright, pretty good first run, not too shabby. Pick up some coins, grab an item, try to avoid the lava pits. Yep, and the walls if we can. Oh, that was a really good banana throw, and I missed all those coins. Alright, I'm gonna grab this. Oh, not gonna hit that coin. Oh, Yoshi's gonna throw an egg at me. And he's gonna bounce into me a couple times. Yoshi, I don't appreciate this. You're stealing my coins. Oh, Yoshi just fell off. I'm gonna try to catch up here, do the best I can. Grab an item. Drop that off back there. Pick up a couple coins, very nicely done. Kind of ran into a wall there of sorts. Curve around that, curve around here. I should have grabbed the item, but I didn't. Not a bad run here. It's the final lap. Alright, we've got an offensive weapon here with a red shell. Oh no! I don't think that red shell hit its mark! I'm gonna lose! No! Ah, one mistake like that does me in. And that's gonna do it. I'm not gonna be able to take back first place. Unless DK Jr. has an epic meltdown, which I don't think is gonna happen. In such a good standing for that race until the very last lap. We can still get on the leaderboard, though. Strong finish here. We can definitely pick up a second place. would need to actually have a strong finish in order for that to happen. Alright, next lap. We got a item block. That'll be helpful. Can't cut that one. Here's the little shortcut. Get out of here, Luigi. Oh. We're in danger of having to replay this one if this don't go that well. Alright, one more item. That can help us here on the toward the end of this lap. Gotta get around these guys without losing all my coins bumping into them. Oh, no! I missed my shortcut. And that may do it for me. I went for the win, and I may end up getting the loss as a result. Final lap. I've got one shot at that. Have to make sure I hit that gap. Game's telling me, Mario, you're in 5th place. That's not good enough to win. DK's already done. Oh, we're gonna have a shot at 3rd. Oof. That was a rough one. Are we going to be good enough for 2nd? Yes. By 1 point. Oof. Donkey Kong Jr. took us out to the woodshed. Well, silver it is. But that'll do it here for me for tonight. Thank you so much for watching my first installment of Mario Kart Through the Years. We are going to be back with Mario Kart 64, the next Mario Kart in our timeline here. Fast forward about, 4 years to 1996, I believe. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. We'll have more Mario Kart before you know it. If you want to see any of my other videos, we've got some cool retro gaming. You can go see that over my YouTube channel. Just search for Reeb64. That does it for me for tonight. Stay safe, thank you for watching, and we will see you next stream. Have a good night.